the headlines, medical doctors who undergo training outside Ghana and are unable to pass the Ghana mandatory licensure examination after 5 attempts will have no further chances. To relocate or not to relocate, we will hear from some spare parts dealers at Abossey Okai who are saying they will not relocate to the new spare parts village at Afienya. Their leadership is, however, saying majority of them are ready to move. Supreme Court to hear James Quayson's case on May 17. And passengers banter drivers and conductors over increased transport fares. It has been announced that henceforth, medical doctors who undergo their training outside of Ghana but intends to practice in Ghana and are unable to pass the Ghana mandatory licensure examinations after 5 attempts will not have any further chances. This is following the commencement of the implementation of the new policy that will bar trained doctors to sit for the mandatory licensure examination for not more than 5 attempts.
According to the Medical and Dental Council, the policy immediately renders ineligible all persons who have written the examination for more than 5 times. They therefore do not have a chance anymore. The MDC explained that the move is to ensure public safety and effective regulation of the practice of medicine and dentistry in Ghana. It forms part of policy reforms in line with professional regulatory best practices to ensure that all doctors working in Ghana meet the minimum competency standards to provide safe quality healthcare services in the public interest. Until the implementation of the policy, there was no limit to the number of times a trained doctor or dentist could sit for the MD6 examination to obtain a license before they can practice in Ghana. The registrar of the MDC, Dr. Divine N. Bayubala, told Graphic Online that the council had to take the decision because it wanted to secure the public interest by ensuring that the highest standards in the training and practice of medicine and dentistry for the public good.
Some spare parts dealers at Abossey Okai in Accra are saying they will not relocate to Afienya in line with plans by the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council to set up a spare parts village over there. Describing themselves as National Concerned Spare Parts Dealers Association, their argument is that Afienya would not be in their interest. They have therefore threatened to embark on a street protest if the decision was not rescinded.
The Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council (RCC) has planned to relocate all spare parts dealers from Abossey Okai in Accra to Afienya. According to the RCC, it is part of the campaign to make Accra work. The government has identified a land at Afienya and was working towards allocating it to the spare parts dealers. We vehemently oppose the proposed relocation. We consider the decision as very unfortunate because it will not help with the spare parts dealers at Abossey Okai relocating to a different place where we believe our business will not thrive. Techiado, spokesperson for the group, said at a press conference in Accra today.
We would like to state that the National Concerned Spare Parts Dealers Association vehemently opposed to the supposed relocation of the association dealers to Afienya. We consider the decision as very unfortunate and unnecessary because it will not help we, the spare parts dealers at Abossey Okai, relocate to a different place. It's not what we need to make our business thrive. We wish to state that the National Concerned Spare Parts Dealers Association will resist every attempt by the government to relocate us to Afienya. We are therefore urging the government, the Greater Accra Coordinating Council, and the government to reverse the decision within 2 weeks. Else, we, the concerned spare parts, will back on a serious demonstration to register our protest against the plan or intention or intended relocation. We also urge the government to come out with a policy which will help the spare parts businesses in the country to thrive instead of planning to relocate Abossey Okai spare parts.
But speaking to Graphic Online, a co-chairman of the Abossey Okai Spare Parts Dealers Association, Clement Boateng, said majority of their members have agreed to relocate to Afienya. In terms of numbers, he told Graphic Online's Juliet Echansafo that about 90% of them have agreed to move.
They have hide behind a so-called group which is called the National Concerned Spare Parts. And if you think what you are doing is a good thing, why don't you yourself come out, because those national concerns that you are talking about, they don't own any property here, and even I don't know even their strength here. A lot of people are not in support of what they are doing, and we've told them that this is an optional something. It is not something that when the project is done, they are going to move everybody from here. Okay. And when we tested the waters and started registering people, I can tell you now we have registered over 2,500 people. And at a point in time, they even approached us that we should stop registering the people because of the registration that we are doing. People are no more patronizing their shops. At the right time, the association will also come out with a statement.
On the spare parts village project itself at Afienya, Mr. Boateng said that the leaders at Abossey Okai will continue to pursue to its logical conclusion.
When the project is completed, will be given to us on installments. We are going to pay by installments, and then when you pay, and then you finish paying, the shop becomes your personal property. You don't have to be paying, every year you renew payment or something. But currently, what is happening here is first it used to be 10 years, and we have something which is called goodwill. First time. You pay maybe 50,000 for that 10 years, and then every month you pay 50 Ghana cedis. Some do collect 50, some do collect 100 cedis. But currently they have even reduced it to 5 years, and 5 years some are still taking 50,000. So why is it that if government intends to put up something for you, whereby if you finish paying it once, the property belongs to you? So we will continue to pursue this project to its logical conclusion.
Graphic Online also spoke to some spare parts dealers who agreed to the relocation, as well as those who opposed the relocation.
I buy some my baby. I can some papa because shops everywhere. 50,000 every 5 years. It's a guy with 200,000 5 years. Then the press conference from me, and here I'm so fine for different press conferences. And the executive members have financial assistance. I shop on the same frame meeting. I'm more doing more interest. I'm more to table so now. I congested the yam. As I buy so here or you simply in a pony, but or you mama high check in a family. Did think I have somebody?
Sabi Abossey Okai no so mo creative for no enye problem at Afienya for no omo money do so be so omo yes papers no my omo papers wo but here na anu ka so year fia you ka Abossey Okai ekuta wa 50% no 10% fe be me fia ko 40% dey better na from for wa na ha so nche dan ye congested bia what say o ka say by force me say who time me ad me akoti ewia kete ne so aye na ehwe wo ho no mo dia me say me. You can take a donkey to go to Riverside, but you can't force it to drink.
The Supreme Court will on May 17 hear the substantive suit challenging the constitutionality of the election of the injuncted Member of Parliament for Asen North, James Quayson. The court was scheduled to hear the case today, but adjourned it to May 17.
On April 13, 2022, a 7-member panel of the Apex Court, in a 5-2 majority decision, upheld an injunction application and ordered Mr. Quayson to stop holding himself as a legislator pending the final determination of the substantive suit. With the substantive suit, the Supreme Court is expected to hear arguments on whether or not the election of Mr. Quayson was in tandem with the 1992 Constitution, especially Article 942, the constitutional provision that prohibits a Ghanaian with dual citizenship from contesting as MP.
Quarrels and insults were witnessed in some commercial vehicles today as transport fares went up for a second time this year. While some passengers lamented unbearable increase, drivers complained about running at a loss due to the increase in fuel prices. Transport fares were increased in February.
Some of the quarrels were observed in Accra at the Circle to Accra Station, Odoko to Mahia Station, Kaneshi and Atomic Down. From La Paz to Accra, for instance, fares have been increased from 4 cedis to 4 cedis 80 pesos, whereas from Atomic to Ashoman Estate has also increased from 4 cedis 60 pesos to 5 cedis 60 pesos.
News in Brief was brought to you by Graphic News Plus.
Download your Graphic News Plus now and choose your preferred package daily, weekly, monthly, and annually, and access free news on various interest areas as well. Visit us on graphic.com.gh for further information. Graphic News Plus, connecting people through news.
Thank you for watching. For more news, visit graphic.com.gh or log on to Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube at Graphic GH. I am Juliet Echan Safo.
Subscribe now.